Legitimately, I was supposed to start this like sometime this morning. However, that definitely did not happen. It is about like 1 a.m. my time over here. And it's just been one of those really like weird, unproductive days. Well, I guess I can't say that it's been unproductive because of course things have happened. Apollo went ahead and went to the vet, so I took him to do that in the morning. Then I went ahead and got a haircut. And beyond that though, nothing came into fruition. I actually spent a lot of time today studying vloggers. I know that sounds really weird, but when it came down to the advent, I literally just kept pushing it and pushing it and pushing it off the last minute. So I went ahead and made myself dinner. Then after that, I played a little bit of League of Legends. I tried out the new champion, which is kind of weird and fun. The targeting on her is a little bit odd. She has blades for legs though, so you can't really knock her for that. And she has some like female empowerment speech, and she's a little bit older, which I kind of like too. It's like a nice mix when you see like older, like, you know what? It happened with Ana. Blizzard started it off and they had Grandma Sniper, and then that was it. And they're like, let's just make old ladies everywhere and make them playable characters. And I am kind of into that. Now, I'm not gonna do this like I did yesterday's, where I literally held, I don't know why, I just kept talking and talking and talking before I got to the absinthe. We'll go ahead and get the absinthe started, so that way, if I feel the need to ramble, I can do it while I'm a little bit buzzed. So as always, I totally failed to mention what day of Advent this was at the very beginning, but it is day 13, which is more than halfway through, and kind of very scary. Like, I've mentally mapped out what I want to do for No to Iho. However, I actually haven't started on the scripts yet. I have, what do you call this? I have kind of like brainstormed it out, and one of them is gonna be a little bit intense, let's say that. It's like this face, so you know it's gonna be a Dress to Kill episode, because it's like, oh, that's gonna be a bitch to make. But it's definitely something that I wanted to put out. And then also I got stuck on the spy vault today. I need to just shut up and pour myself this drink. But I got stuck on the Orokin spy. Yay! Okay, is this the same? Is this the same or is this different? Oh god, I'm excited. So remember how we had this weird eye thing from yesterday's absinthe? Well, looks like they have a white one, which I'm really excited about. It's only, I think, 53%. Alcohol? Yeah, I'm looking at it from behind. I'm like catching the reflection right here. It's 53%, so it should be a little bit lighter, and it should be a little bit tastier, which makes me kind of excited. But yeah, I totally got caught up on the spy part of the sortie, because I don't think I've actually done any of the Orokin spy stuff ever. I'll be honest with that. I've never had any reason to do it until today, so I actually had to learn for my first time today, and it was not pretty. Usually Loki is kind of like my spy frame of choice. However, not knowing any of the puzzles and all of the weird parkour shit involved, I had to bust out Avara and infiltrate, because I was like, listen, I can't deal with all of this mess right now. Now, as always, I come extremely unprepared, so we're just gonna have to do this yesterday's way. Drop a little sugar cube in there and then go ahead and pour some ice water over. We're not gonna do anything weird or fancy for it. We're back to the traditional, but you know what? I mean, with the clear absinthe, this should be pretty good. It'll give you kind of like the real taste, and we'll see if this is actually gonna be good or not, or if this is just gonna, if it's just me talking out of my ass after clear absinthe. It's just another cup of cum though to me. It's not as thick, but it's definitely very milky, so let's see how this goes. Not bad at all. You can definitely taste the alcohol on the end of it, but it does not feel, oh, I just got really lightheaded all of a sudden. And I have no clue if that just has to do anything with this, or, I don't know, but all of a sudden, everything kind of just slowed down for me. But then again, it is like 1 a.m., so I am probably just exhausted as all hell. It has been, I don't know, it's been one of those weird, okay, let me level with you. It's been a mildly like emotional day, I want to say. I've been paying attention to a lot of vloggers, and I've kind of been looking, I don't know, maybe it's just like confession day, because Sky Williams posted up a long, like 41-minute video. I watched another one of my vloggers, Oh Hey Claire, who's actually doing her Vlogmas, and she just had a couple bad days in a row, and then she put all her feelings out there, and today all of my feelings were kind of like out there in body. And one of the realities that I'm kind of having to face is that the savings is slowly dwindling, and I'm kind of on borrowed time with all of the YouTube and Warframe stuff, so always ruins the moment. But basically it's kind of like one of those things where it's like, maybe you want to take a look at some job postings and, you know, kind of have backup plans just in case, like, and it's not that I didn't have backup plans, but it's kind of like I had an abstract backup plan, and now it's time to start crystallizing that abstract backup plan just in case, because like doing the whole YouTube thing and content creation stuff is definitely fun. I'm really super into it. I love Warframe, and to be honest with you, I'm actually really loving doing this kind of personal channel stuff, having something that is a little separate from all of the gaming world and just kind of a bit more personal. And to be honest with you, I've been finding like a lot of cool creative things that I've been wanting to try to incorporate into the Advent, and a lot of ideas for the personal channel, but now I'm kind of like thinking like, damn, you should have had these ideas like 3 months ago. You should have had the personal channel up and running like a couple months ago. And then you kind of get overwhelmed with all of these, there's so many things that I have to do, so little time that I have to do it in. You know, am I gonna be able to make my rent? How much longer am I gonna be in this apartment? Maybe you should start cleaning some stuff out just in case you gotta move sometime soon. And it's like the reality of everything that's happening, and it becomes overwhelming, and then you just kind of want to like lay in bed for a while and just say, I'm tired, I'm exhausted, fuck all of this. But yeah, and it's as of late too with Warframe content, not that, you know, I've lost any love for Warframe in any way, shape, or form. Sorry, my kitty's right here. But it's one of those things that nothing has really super excited me as of late. As you guys know, I'm really big, and he's just distracting me. You wanna come up here, Babs? It's kind of like one of those things, like nothing groundbreaking, nothing earth-shaking, nothing has really, I can see him, he's gonna try to jump, Are you gonna try to jump, Babs? Babs? Wanna come here? Wanna come here? You wanna come here? Do you wanna come here? He was really good. So, he was extremely good at the vet today. However, he did, I want to say spray, but it's like a butt spray. He like butt sprayed at the vet, which was very embarrassing and extremely smelly. It was, okay, he's just like, no, I'm not having any of this. I'm done. So anyway, back to my thought, which I can't really, I don't know, get out in a normal way, shape, or form, but it's kind of like one of those things where I have to be realistic with what I can and can't do. Yeah, so with Warframe, it's kind of like, especially with being a veteran, you've kind of seen everything. Even the ribbons aren't necessarily something that shocks me too much. And while ribbons are fun, they're kind of hard to talk about in a general basis just because it's broken down that no two people are going to have exactly the same ribbon. They can share similar stats, but they're not going to be exactly the same. So it's kind of hard to have like a conversation about them in such a way that's like, I don't know, I guess makes sense or is meaningful. And I'm like, I just haven't been drawn to create any kind of like meaningful content behind Warframe, because to be honest with you, I mean, we've had a lot of fun things, but we haven't necessarily had anything that, like, as a veteran player, we've never seen before. I'm like, oh my god, it's so different. Like, it just is coming to a point where it's kind of like, yeah, I've seen that. It's great. It synergizes with X, Y, and Z, and you can do this. It's kind of like, it's automatic in my brain. I'm like, oh, well, you use him, and you do this, and you do this, and you do this, and boom, you win. And maybe it's not like that for other people. Maybe it's not automatic, and maybe I should take the time and just kind of be like, alright kiddos, let me talk about the A, B's, and C's of Warframe synergies. We'll also talk about how weapons affect them. But a part of me also almost feels like slightly patronizing by creating that kind of content, like talking to everyone like they're stupid. And so it kind of like gets in the way of the creative process. So I haven't really been able to feel all too creative as of late, except of course with Notaweho, because Notaweho is kind of like where I'm putting all of my creative energies into, and there are a couple things that I am really excited. There's like entertainment content that's gonna come out with them, there's Dress to Kill content, and of course there's like the top 5s that I do every single year with them. So I mean, that's gonna be a whole lot of fun, but that is kind of where my creative brain stops. It's like, that's that. But anyway, that's a whole lot of rambling. See, this is what happens. I've been in the mood to ramble, I've been watching people who ramble. It kind of rubs off on me. No, I just feel kind of like when you watch a certain kind of content, you just kind of get on that same train. And I kind of wonder if that's where all of like the outrage culture came from Warframe, is that everybody is just watching this content that is like riling them up and getting them angry, not necessarily informing them appropriately, but is just kind of like emotionally moving them. And then they become like mobilized to act like a bunch of really pissed off kids. Because that's what it is. You just see everybody like throwing their feet down and becoming like toddlers throwing tantrums and shit. But then again, I have been watching a whole bunch of vloggers just kind of like squeeze their hearts out in front of the camera, so maybe that's where this is coming from. I'm gonna cut myself off right now, and we're gonna go ahead and move on to Lego Star Wars. Oh, this one's really cute! But I think that this is something that we've actually had last year, so I'm gonna build it and we'll compare. This is, oh no, now I know what this is. This is the Asian version of this robot. Alright, so today we've got this little guy, and I definitely feel like we have seen him before. Let me see if I can, oh, it's not the exact same thing. It's very, very close though. It's very, very close, and I just ruined a little ship because of it. But last year, we got this guy. So basically the same bodies, but just different heads to kind of like make them unique. But I really like this one, he's adorable. But the thing is though, is he's this weird tan color. And this weird tan color is usually attributed to like the foresty people. So, and usually the white and grays are like attributed to the stormtroopers and those kinds of guys. So is he on like the team with the Wookiees? Is that how it works? Or is he on the team with the stormtroopers? I don't know. You're gonna have to fill me in on all of the Star Wars stuff. And for usual, I totally forget to turn off the heater, so now I am like sweating like a crazy person. Like all like glistening and glowy on camera. Or maybe that's just the absinthe. Because I don't know if it's the same for everybody, but I definitely like, my internal temperature definitely like cranks up whenever I'm drinking a little bit, which kind of sucks because then all of a sudden I become all flushed and I get a little sweatier, which isn't necessarily the most attractive, especially if you're trying to pick up someone like in public. You're like, who is this sweaty red person? Great. So on to Milka, we have, this one's just weird. I don't We've had some very odd like shapes, and I don't know if it's just necessarily like Advent shapes or something, or if it's like a European thing to have weird shapes of chocolate, but take a look. Oh, I'm all sweating and holding this and it's like melting in my hand. So is it me or is that an eggplant? Is that an eggplant? I mean, what? Is it a gourd of some sort? But then again, why would you want a chocolate gourd? When is that a thing? When is that ever appropriate? Alright, so make your bets now. Is it filled with something or is it solid? Whatever it is, it's melting in my hands, not in my mouth, so I better go ahead and put it in there right now. I'm just gonna go with like all of these are filled, and just we get surprise days when they're not filled. It is insanely good though. So the thing that I think in my head is, why is American chocolate so shit? Right? I mean, you would think that, you know, we're in the land of the fatties. We would definitely want to make sure that we have like the best confectionaries out there. So why is our chocolate just not comparable to this? Like, what are we missing something? Maybe is it for like mass producing, or is it to kind of like keep things preserved? I don't know. But our chocolate definitely does not taste like this. You know what I'm gonna say? Alright, so the next thing that I have to point out is completely and utterly heartbreaking to me, because there are only 2 items left in the show box. So I'm gonna eat the one thing that I can eat tonight, and then maybe I'll like pretty up the other thing for consumption tomorrow. But yeah, show box is just 2 things left. It's a cake pop and the pound cake. And you guys know I've been wanting that pound cake for like years. However, we're gonna need to put a pause on the pound cake. We'll have the cake pop tonight, and I'll see if I can't like get like some pretty shots of the pound cake tomorrow and make it all delicious and sexy. However, I am kind of happy though, because this is the yellow cake pop, and I haven't gotten to taste the yellow cake one. I've had the strawberry ones, and those ones are really, really good, but I don't think I've had yellow cake in a while. Wow, look at how pretty that is. Oh, I can't wait to eat you. I'm really scared that it's gonna turn out like the pink one and just come crashing through in the middle of the recording, but oh, it's so good. And it's kind of like I've got a cake pop head. It's like the cake pop has got my hair. Let's maneuver that just right. I am now a cake pop head. So if you have been following them on social media, both Daniel and Shoal's GF and everybody, they're all over in Disney World right now, which is super exciting, and I'm really jealous because I haven't been to Disney World for ages? Yeah, I want to say ages. It's been like a long ass time. Last time I was there, I did get to go to like see some of the Harry Potter stuff, but I didn't get to explore both parks. I did get butterbeer, which was really yummy. I got the frozen kind, and I told them to like double shot it. I like literally looked at the person on the counter, I'm like, listen, can you put an extra shot in there? I'm like, I'm happy to pay the extra shot fee, but can you give me a little bit buzz? But it is extremely nice that you do have that option there. It's kind of like, listen, I want to get a little buzz on. I want to get a little buzz on, but I had to chug it because we were gonna go on another ride, and they didn't let you like, because I was like one of those people who bought like one of the mugs and shit, so I'm like, okay, so there's a mug and all of that hullabaloo. However, I definitely can't bring it with me because we're gonna be riding rides, so that was an inconvenience, and I had to kill it real fast, and the brain freeze on that motherfucker was like painful. I don't know about you guys. Do you guys still get brain freeze? Because I feel like I am a child, and I definitely consume frozen drinks super fast, and I also sweat a lot, and I also have like a piece of white chocolate that's melting on my hand right now, so I need to go ahead and start eating. Oh, I'm so excited because it's gonna taste good, but I'm so sad because I know it's like the last cake pop in that box. And I'll be honest with you, like all of the cake pops that I've had are like these cake pops are so moist and so good. They're like way better than the Starbucks one. Not that the Starbucks ones are bad, but these ones are just like homemade, and they feel like they've got something extra special to them. Maybe it's crack cocaine. We don't know. Either way, I'm putting it in my mouth. Oh shit, okay. Strawberry cake. That was good. But holy fuck, yellow cake. It is so insanely moist. I don't know what it is. Yellow cake, is it like just vanilla flavored, and is just vanilla like really that fucking delicious? Because it is like, not that the strawberry cake was bad, but this is just like, wow. Regardless, I think I need to have a quick moment. Okay. Oh my god, like I need more of this in my life. I need more of this in my life. It's so good. You know, do you see his little tail? You see his little tail? His little tail? He knows that this is the good shit, and that's why he's here. That's why he's here, because he's trying to get a little bit of it. But you can't have this, baby. This is all mine. That's the last one, though. That makes me thoroughly upset. And now the cat has left. He's left. He's like, fuck this. You ate all of it. Like, legitimately, I finished it. And he's like, done. He's like, I'm moving on with my life. Now, speaking of moving on with our lives, I'm going to go ahead and end this here. However, I will put a couple PC codes, not PC codes, PS4 codes, because I did have a couple of requests for PS4 codes. So there are going to be 5 up here, and hopefully you guys will get them. I don't really feel like there's a whole bunch of like PS4 people that want my codes. You guys don't post it on social media. I don't see these things. You don't put it up on PS4 share. I don't know that you want them. But anyway, so they are up here for you guys. And as always, love somebody, hurt nobody, and touch your body. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.